Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric coming at you through the power of the internet. Nintendo's E3 presentation for 2019 has just ended, and wow, did we get a lot of information, a lot of new games, and stuff that I was like, holy crap, I had no idea that was coming out. So I narrowed it down to about 8 or 10 big announcements, the biggest takeaways from this event, and I'll briefly touch on some of the other stuff as well, guys. It was a huge E3. Overall, I feel there was a lot of good stuff, and Nintendo was the one that I was waiting for. Now that it's over, it's time to talk about it, guys. So if you're brand new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's begin today's discussion. So first off the bat, they revealed some Smash Brothers characters. We were wanting to know what is going to be in the upcoming Smash DLCs. Now, they opened up with Dragon Quest characters being added to Smash Brothers. The hero from Dragon Quest XI, then we saw some of the classic characters from Dragon Quest series show up in a sequential trailer as well. And this was part of like a real Dragon Quest heavy part of the direct right at the beginning. They even revealed Dragon Quest XI with a release date, but adding new Smash Brother characters was just the beginning of it. You know, Smash Brothers still getting lots of support and everything, and it was a big deal. It was rumored and speculated actually a few months ago when they showed Erdrick's shield and sword, so now it has been basically confirmed. And not only that, one of the biggest reveals for Smash Brothers recently was something between Microsoft and Nintendo themselves. There was a rumor running rampant that they will be revealing something together as a partnership. I was hoping it was something bigger. However, it was a Smash Brothers DLC character, which is still big because it's Banjo-Kazooie. They did a really nice tease, showcase some of his abilities, his powers, and some gameplay footage of Banjo-Kazooie. They confirmed he will be coming fall 2019, so we're just a mere few months away from Banjo being added to Smash Brothers on the Nintendo Switch, which that is a great bit of news. I mean, who thought we would receive the return of Banjo? And that also leads me to believe and speculate maybe we will be getting Rare Replay or a new Banjo game at some point in the future on Nintendo, since, you know, most of the characters do have a game of some sort on the platform when they're on Smash Brothers. So stay tuned on that. Next up, we got confirmation on Link's Awakening. We got a release date, guys. I am definitely looking forward to this game as a super huge Zelda fanboy and somebody that really didn't play the Link's Awakening game on the Game Boy completely through. I am definitely looking forward to it. I love the way that this game looks, the graphical art style and everything. Kind of looks like plastic little toy dolls. They released a new information about a dungeon chambers where you can collect them and build your dungeon together and explore them, which was kind of a neat little like last minute feature to talk about. But the big news here is that we got confirmation on a release date. It will be coming out in September 2019 alongside with Cryptid the Necromancer, which is coming out June. Actually later this week, to be honest. So there's a lot of Zelda coming out. A lot of Zelda, and we'll touch on that in a little bit. Another game that got basically some more confirmation about some information about it, some gameplay footage and everything, was Luigis Mansion 3. This was advertised last year, teased that it was in development. Now we see some gameplay of it, and it looks great. The premise of it is that Mario, Luigi, and friends are in a hotel, and once again, Luigi has to get all of his tools of the trade and all his little vacuums and stuff to save the day and save his friends, and it looks really silly and cute, of course. They did mention that there will be a second player taking control of Luigi, who's like a different player, I guess, for younger audience or something like that. It is coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. It looks like it's going to be something that I definitely can sink my teeth into. Now, one game that has been rumored and speculated on for quite some time, people have been wanting to know, is it coming to Nintendo Switch? It's one that I played on Xbox One and thoroughly enjoyed. A huge open world game, The Witcher 3. Finally, it's been confirmed. They just showed a brief trailer confirming it. It will be coming out later this year. I believe the release date that they showed would be sometime in this year. So later this year, probably the fall. They didn't have an exact date, but it's nice that it was mentioned on there, especially because it is a pretty big game, a third-party game that got a lot of, praise and critical acclaim, a couple years ago. And sure, it's a port, sure, it's an old game or whatever, but it's really cool that we're at least seeing some of these bigger third-party titles finally make their way to the Nintendo Switch. Mana game has been announced, Trials of Mana. It looks cool. It's very anime-heavy, and I've noticed that with this Direct. There was a lot of anime-heavy games like Dragon Quest, Astral Chain, Daemon X Machina, No More Heroes 3, and Trials of Mana and Fire Emblem. But Trials of Mana was a nice addition, showing off. It looks like it's going to be coming on later this year, right? But the big news out of this, which I find significant, is that the second Densetsu collection, which was only in Japan, has now been confirmed to be coming to the United States as the collection of Mana. It's going to be dropping later today in the eShop with ports of some of the Mana games, the first 3 in the series, the Game Boy one and Secret of Mana, and it's going to be awesome. I do wish that it would be coming out physical, since it is available physical in Japan, but what can you do, right? Either way, it's still a nice gesture that it is coming out finally, considering that those were some pretty classic games in Nintendo's history. Contra is back, guys. Contra Rogue Corps was revealed, which was kind of interesting looking. It's like an isometric, like 3D environment of Contra. I would have preferred to see classic style Contra and everything, but it still looks like it has a good cast of characters, a lot of explosions, a lot of classic, action and stuff like that. But the other big thing is that it was revealed that the classic Contra collection drops on Nintendo Switch later today. It's going to be 10 games in franchise history. I thoroughly have enjoyed the other Konami Anniversary Collections, the Castlevania and the Arcade Collection, and I've been looking forward to the Contra Collection coming out, so it's nice that they advertised that it would be released today. So there were some other quick reveals just to talk about it, some confirmation dates. We got Panzer Dragoon coming out this winter. We got some more confirmation of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. We got some DLC information about that, a quick little teaser trailer. We got Cadence of Hyrule releasing later this week. We got Daemon X Machina coming out September. We have Resident Evil 5 and 6 confirmed from fall. And then we also have a few other surprises. There was a huge highlight reel that featured a lot of games like Doom Eternal, Minecraft Dungeon, Hollow Knight, Sinking City, Wolfenstein, Alien Isolation, and more. Like, there literally was over 30 games announced today in this Direct, and I could sit here all day and talk about them all. But the big news is a new Mario vs. Sonic at the Olympic Games will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. It's going to be exclusive. It's going to feature online multiplayer and everything. This was a nice surprise. I didn't see this coming. I wasn't aware if it was teased in the past or not, but it is always good when Nintendo and Sega team up, even though it's an Olympic game thing. But it's a good party game, I guess. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm definitely interested in seeing if it's a sweet game or not, so definitely looking forward to that. And what everybody was really waiting on was Animal Crossing news. It's been delayed. They had a feeling that they would get it out in 2019, but now it's been delayed for a March 2020 release. But they did showcase a lot of early features of the game, a lot of early kind of like gameplay mechanics, and they're actually streaming it on Nintendo Treehouse Live today as we speak. So there is a fair amount of the gameplay shown off, but as Nintendo says, they always want to kind of delay some of these bigger releases to make sure that they are just right. I'm not opposed to video game delays, like Rockstar Games, for example, delayed GTA 5 so many times. They also delayed Red Dead Redemption 2. So the more time that a game company takes on a big game like this, the happier I am. So Animal Crossing, guys, you're gonna have to just wait a little bit longer, a little under a year. But it was nice that they actually finally showed something in regards to the game. I'm not a huge Animal Crossing fan, but I do enjoy it. I did play the one on 3DS quite a bit, so looking forward to checking it out. And last but not least, the killer surprise. I was not expecting this. They showed a little bit of a cinematic trailer for a Breath of the Wild sequel. Looks like it's the same exact type of art style. Might even be the same map of the original Breath of the Wild. Either way, they confirmed Breath of the Wild 2, a sequel to Breath of the Wild, is in development. That was a nice little surprise at the end. I know a lot of people probably were looking for more information in regards to a Metroid Prime 4 release or something like that, or some teasers. And I heard rumor, the other day I touched on some leaks that were on 4chan about a Mario Kart or Star Fox and stuff. Unfortunately, it looks like only part of that leak was actually true and the rest just hasn't happened yet. But overall, I do think that Nintendo's E3 presentation wasn't bad. I feel that they did showcase a lot. I'm not really into like the anime heavy RPG type of games, but it does look like there's a lot of huge single player RPG games and action games and stuff that a lot of people are going to get to enjoy. They did bring a lot of fan service for some of these retro games like the Mana series, Contra, Banjo-Kazooie, Panzer Dragoon, and Resident Evil series. So they are touching base on a lot of classic franchises coming over and being on the Switch finally, Dragon Quest, stuff like that. So overall, I do feel that Nintendo is starting to use its strengths as a history of, their history of their game company. A lot of the franchises are coming back in some shape or form this next upcoming year, which I think is a good thing. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we get some more Nintendo Directs between now and then. I'd like to see some more information. They did touch lightly on Pokemon also. So overall, I do think it was a pretty good experience. I think they've had one of the best press conferences of this year. What do you guys think? Comment down below what your thoughts are on it. Was there anything that you saw that surprised you? Anything that you didn't see that you're like, what the hell, Nintendo? Where is it? And yeah, don't forget, if you are brand new, feel free to throw a subscription. Click that bell for post notifications because I upload every day, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.